Hey guys, today I have a little bit of a declutter. I really wanted to go through my collection again and declutter some more as I've been doing my project pans and kind of seeing what I reach for and just testing out different formulas. If you follow me on Instagram, my link is down below. I've been doing a lot of shop my stash and seeing what formulas I love more and others not, and likewise with my brushes. Some of these are older brushes, or sometimes the handle's a little too thick. So these are quite a few brushes that I am decluttering for my collection. For example, this Moda brush is a little too thick on and short. So when it just fits into my collection, I don't hardly use it. Some of these are just older. I like them, but as you can see, the name is scratched off. I've had them for a lot of years. These are actually really, really great and affordable. These are by Beauty Junkies, but they've just gotten really old and I have a lot of newer stuff. So I just thought that it's time to let them go. And the majority in here are from Beauty Junkies. I have one or another from Moda brushes like this one. I feel like I don't really use it. It's a little too fluffy. I can't find a real use for it. This came in a boxy charm and it's a little too stiff. I've tried various times to use it, but I just feel like it's too hard on my face. This little angled on the Luxie, I don't really use that much. So just quite a bit of brushes that I'm going to get rid of. Next up is my primer drawer. I feel like I need to get rid of quite a few things in here that I've had for over a year or more that are expiring or I don't gravitate to anymore. And the first one that I automatically know is this one by Juno & Co. I really, really love this Moonshine Miracle Cream. It's probably halfway used, but it's time to get rid of it. It's really, really good, but I tend to gravitate more towards things that have pumps and not things that I have to open. This Touch and Soul one is pretty new, so I'm going to leave that one, but I really need to jump into it. This one as well is pretty old. I really liked it. It's really cooling on the skin. This is the Origins. It's kind of like a thing that, like a whip thing you would squeeze out. I remember it being like a viral thing, but it's almost empty anyway, so I'm going to declutter that. As well as these Rodile soft focus drops. These are very, very thick and I just feel like I don't really gravitate towards them a lot. If I'm not mistaken, I got this in a boxy charm. So I just really want to make room for stuff that I really am going to use and start giving some love to, and things that are a little bit more newer, so that way I can just make, you know, a little bit more organization in here. This I really enjoy and I feel like I'm going to keep using. I think I really like this one. This is really old as well, the Wet n Wild Dewy. This is really good drugstore primer if you're looking for one. So another one that I'm going to declutter. These are all fairly new, so these are all going to stay. Let's see what else we have here. This, I absolutely love, the Waterburst Hydration by Ciate. These are all fairly new. Gosh, I have way too many, dude. Yeah, I think most of these are pretty good, or in pretty good, you know, not too old. This one's a little greasy. Ooh, that's a hot mess. It's probably the way I'm storing it. Oh, I'm gonna have to clean this out. Something spilled in here. I don't know what it is. I think it's this one. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is. Maybe it's a little too old. Oh, God. I think I'm just going to get rid of this because it looks like it's spilling out. So I'll definitely come back in here and like wipe that down. And then I really love this one. I love a lot of the Touch and Soul ones. They're really, really good. But I need to reorganize this now. I just got this Hourglass one sent to me. The Laura Mercier. All of these are fairly new. This one's really old as well. The Sun and Park Beauty Filter Cream Glow. And it's almost completely empty on the inside as well. So I'll just go ahead and throw this in empties. Really, really great. Very dewy finish to the skin. So going to declutter that. And then I think this is halfway used. Yeah, I still use this and it's in good condition, so I'll leave these. So that is going to stay there. So that's that for that drawer. For this drawer, I'm going to have to sit down and really go through all these ColourPop ones. The ones that are dried out, I think I'm just going to get rid of. I've been trying to rejuvenate them by adding a little bit of oil, but lately that hasn't been working for me. So I think I'm just gonna stay with like the newer ones that I have in the collection and then get rid of the old ones. So let me see if I can do kind of like a fast forward of this. And as far as the ColourPop Super Shocks that I took out, these are the ones that I feel like are the driest. And what I mean by the driest is like they don't have that texture anymore. And when I touch them, they're still pigmented, but they're dry. These Super Shock shadows are kind of more of a cream shadow. And when I try to use these on my lid, I have to use like a sticky base or some kind of oil to get them to work, and it's just too much of a hassle right now with all this stuff that I have in my collection. And as you can see there, it's kind of like crumbly now, so I just decided to declutter them. And quite a few of these are old. So this is the shade Crinkle. This is from their, I think, 5-year anniversary, so I'm decluttering that one. This is the shade Fringe. This is from their Hello Kitty I think the collaboration. This was called Small Gift. This one's called Arrow. This one I've used quite a bit, and you can see in there that I have actually put oil in it and tried to make it work quite a few times, and it just doesn't pick up right. This one I love, Bay. I highly recommend this shade if you're looking for like a really cool shade. It's like that blue-green shade. This is another one that I absolutely love that I would repurchase. This is number 3 is the name of the shade. This one I actually hit pan on, and this is Lala. This is just a great everyday shade. Next up is another one that's really chunky and just really dry, and this is Nillionaire. So I'm going to declutter all of these. I'm throwing all of this into a basket right now. So this is all that I've decluttered so far. And then as I was going through that same drawer, I went ahead and took out this Jelly Mud shadow. I just bought this, but this creases and looks horrible on my lid. There's some of the Jelly Mud shadows that work for me. For example, I totally forgot that I have a mic for my iPhone, so I'm sorry for the beginning of this video without the mic, but this Jelly Mud eyeshadow just did not work for me. The ones from the Nightmare Before Christmas collection work really nice, so I fell in love with them and then bought this one, the Bouquet, and this one just creases horribly. It's a beautiful shade, but I am decluttering it as well. And then I finally gave up on these Infallible. These are super, super old. When they were in and everybody and their mother talked about them, I bought so many of them. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different shades from them. And yeah, they're just super old, so I'm going to declutter them. When they were in, I used them like crazy, but as you can see, these are really big pots and they are single shadows. And that's something that I've learned about myself as I've been using stuff up, is that I don't really reach for single shadows. So that's something that I'm going to refrain from more and more. So decluttering those. Likewise, this NARS shadow, I used it quite a bit, but it's pretty old now, so I'm going to declutter that. And then these Dose of Color shadows, these Dose of Color singles, they're very, very beautiful, but I don't tend to gravitate to using these smoky kind of shades like this. They're very pretty, but on the daily basis, I don't really tend to use them. So I'm kind of like, do I keep them? Do I get rid of them? That's when I hate like swatching stuff, because then I'm like, ooh, I could do this. I could use this. But then at the same time, I'm like, okay, when's the last time you actually use these? So very, very beautiful for smoky eye. But let's be honest, I hardly ever use these. So I am going to go ahead and declutter, but these are really, really nice. And then this is more of a dry primer. I feel like this is good for someone with a oily lid, and I used quite a bit of it. So as you can see, there's a nice little indentation in there, but going to declutter as well. And then I used half of this up. This is the Pretty Vulgar eye primer, but I have so many eye primers that I decided to declutter this one as well. Next up is my blush drawer. From here, I'm going to be decluttering this NARS Orgasm Liquid. I got this in a box and I don't remember which box it was, but this, as you can see there, just is kind of like a highlighter. I don't really reach for it and I don't feel like it does anything special on the face, so I'm just gonna declutter it and get rid of it. I really enjoy these kind of, and this one as well. I don't know if I use this enough. Yeah, this one as well, this Fenty one. It's beautiful, but I don't feel like I use this shade enough, so I'm going to declutter that as well. I just really want to keep the bare, well, not bare minimum, because I know like to a lot of people this is a lot, but I'm trying to really bring it down quite a bit. So, so yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna leave everything else that's in here. Okay. Next drawer down. I really need to get rid of these MAC ones. These are super old. It's just so hard, but I think I'm gonna get rid of this one. This is an oldie. This is the MAC Earth to Earth, so I'm going to declutter that and back to MAC it and really get rid of that. And then, oh, and then this one as well. This is the MAC, what is this called? Dainty. And I feel like, I don't know, a lot of these, like, they hold up pretty well, but yeah, this is pretty old, so I'm gonna get rid of this one as well, MAC Dainty. I'm gonna leave the ones that have limited edition packaging because they're just more sentimental, but the rest of them I'm going to keep here. I think that is it. And then these palettes I'm going to keep as well. This is just an empty box, so I'll probably just hide that back there. Most of these are really nice, so I'm just gonna keep those. And then I think these Milani ones I can get rid of as well. These are pretty old as well. God, it's crazy, like when you look back at some of your videos and you're like, oh my God, how many years have I had this for? And dude, yeah, I'm gonna get rid of these. These I've had way too many years, and I really need to focus on what I have that is newer, and then, you know, really use what I have. So yeah, so that's it for that. And then here in the highlight drawer, I know that there's one of these that's a little too dark for me. Let me see. Yeah, this one right here, this Bronze Flash, is like a gold shade that's a little too deep for me, so I'm going to declutter. Ow! I just pinched my finger with it. This one by Hourglass, so I'm gonna declutter that one. Which other one? Oh, this Dewy Stick by Ciate. I really wanted to like it, but it doesn't do much to the skin. It gives like a very like glowy effect, but it's almost like wet, and it can pick up your foundation, so I'm gonna get rid of it because it's not my absolute favorite. It's just an okay product, and sometimes it doesn't do well on the face, so that one's gonna go bye-bye as well as this one too. This one by Tresique. It's like this pinky looking one. I'm sorry, I'm holding you guys with my legs because you're on a tripod. This is very pretty, but I don't really use it. It's kind of like, oh, it's so pretty, but you see? But I feel like I don't use it. I don't gravitate towards it enough. I feel like it could do like a very beautiful look, but then I also have this one by Focallure. These are really like bam in your face. And then I have these by Naked Cosmetics that are like those pops of colors, like that you can put in the inner, like on the inner corner of your eye when you're doing like a different color. Oh, I like this one. Okay, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep this one. It's so hard when like trying to declutter stuff, because I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, you're only one person, you need to get rid of stuff. But then at the same time, when I start swatching stuff, sometimes I don't want to swatch stuff because of that, because at the same time, I'm like, okay, if I start watching stuff, I start reminding myself why I love something, and then I don't want to declutter it, but then I have to also remind myself that I'm not using it. So yeah, this trust seek I'm gonna get rid of, because let's be honest, I haven't been using it. Just gotta be honest with myself, gotta be honest. Okay, and then all of these are nice ones. This one by Pixie is pretty old. This is really, really nice though, but oh God, it's just so hard. But I haven't been using it. So I'm gonna declutter this one as well. So that one's gonna go bye-bye. These here I love. I have used for years on years and years. These are the Anastasia Glow Kits. I don't know why back in the day I thought I needed 3 of them. Like, what the hell, Melissa? Like, do you really need that many highlighters for your face? But that's the kind of addiction you have when you watch these videos and you're like, yeah, I need all of them. And now I look at them and I'm like, dude, I've used the crap out of these and I still haven't even made a dent because they're huge. So I'm just gonna leave those. Can I close the drawer like that? No. Okay, so, and then this is by Huda. Let's take a look at these. These I haven't really used as well. Ooh, or this milk and honey one. So I really need to kind of reorganize these a little bit. I don't really gravitate towards the cream ones as much. I like cream blushes, but I don't gravitate towards a lot of cream highlight. But I don't really feel like I really want to go down the path of going through too much of this. Let me see. This, that's pretty, but okay, we're just gonna leave this drawer as is and kind of maybe, I don't know, this I'm gonna put into my eyeshadow drawer because I feel like I'll use it more over there. But let's put Miss Jacqueline, or let me see, I'm trying to find a way to organize this, or I just might reorganize this later because yeah. Now we're going to go into the powder drawer. I think I'm only going to take like 1 or 2 out of here. This one is pretty old. This is by Too Faced. This is the Peach Perfect. It smells really great. It's great for setting all over the face. I'm just going to get rid of it because it's old. And then the oldest, then another one that I have that's pretty old. A lot of these that I got are from either PR or from BoxyCharm. And I'm a little overwhelmed by how many powders I have. But I just want to get rid of especially like old ones or ones that I'm not using or duplicates. For example, I love this one in vanilla. And I do have it in translucent. So I'm going to get rid of the translucent one and see if I can give it to someone. Because it's brand new. It's just too white for me. So yeah, so that way I at least just only have 1 of them. Just like I have 2 of the Fenty one. I have the butter and then I have the banana. I actually can use both of these, but let me see. I think I want to say banana's good for my all over my face. I'm going to check and see if butter works well underneath my eyes. If it doesn't, I'm going to give it away. So I'm going to test this out, and if not, give it away. And then this cappuccino one is nice. These are nice. This pretty vulgar one I think is really nice. So yeah, a lot of these need to go. Kylie just rebranded her brand, and I don't know if I should get rid of this. God, like 12 months. Yeah, this, oh my God, a lot of these are just, yeah, I'm going to get rid of this one. It's probably expired by now. That's the problem with having too much, is that a lot of these things go bad and you don't even realize it. This NYX no filter powder, I love it. This finishing powder, I've had it for years on end and I really need to just get rid of it. It's really, really great. It used to be a big dome, and as you can see there, I flattened it out completely, but I'm going to go ahead and declutter it just because it's super old. This is pretty new by Ofra. This is new, that's new. This one by Studio Fix is also old as well. And as you can see there, I've hit pan. This is going to be my next one that I work on for a project pan. This is pretty new. These are pretty new. So is this one and this one. And then this is the Jacqueline All Over setting powder. Okay, so yeah, so this is all pretty good. Yeah. And then this one, I think I'm going to get rid of. This is the Well Rested by Bare Minerals. I recently used this and it just made my under eyes look older. So that's a go. This I'm just going to throw out. The Bare Minerals I really am going to use now during summertime, especially when I go out. I just like to use this, especially like if you're going to go out to the parks or stuff like that. I usually use like the It Cosmetics CC cream and then use the Bare Minerals to set it. So at least I got rid of a few, just one or two. And then in here, concealers. Concealers, I need to get rid of a few. I've been working on this Pretty Fresh. It's almost empty. It doesn't look like it, but I've been using it like crazy. Really love this. It gives a really natural coverage. A lot of people ask me what concealer I'm wearing and it looks really nice. It's this one. And I am in the shade. Does it say a shade on here? I don't think it does. Oh, damn. It doesn't say a shade. Okay, I don't know what shade I'm in, but if at some point, I'm pretty sure I did a review, so at some point I will be repurchasing because I love it that much. So I'm going to declutter that one. It's pretty old. And then the Dose of Colors as well. Really great concealer. I am in the shade 13. I'm going to declutter because it's old. And then these are all fairly new. And then this is a hot mess. This is just such a mess, as you can see on the inside of this, and I'm tired of it, so I'm going to declutter this as well. This is the Garnier Clearly Brighter. I'm going to declutter that. And then I think that's it. We're going to leave the rest of these in here to try to use up. But I feel like it looks a lot better. And I've been trying to get use concealers that are more darker, like mix in darker with lighter, just so that it's not as light underneath my eyes. I feel like I used to be into the whole Kim Kardashian like light under eye thing, but I've noticed it just really ages me. So I'm more into just a tiny bit lighter underneath my eyes, not too light, so that way it doesn't accentuate it as much. Okay, so we are into our declutter. I think we're doing good so far. And here are some foundations. Let's see if we're going to get rid of any of these. And here, most of these are new or in good condition. They're not expired or anything like that. So these are good. Up here, on the other hand, I think I'm going to get rid of some. This was a little trial of the Lancome, so I'm going to get rid of that. The Juvia's Place I Am Magic. This is super dark and has oxidized way too much for me. I just look like an Oompa Loompa now with it. But when it did match me, this was the shade Giza. And I do have a review on my channel, so if you're interested in that, I'm going to get rid of that. Really downsize. And I have been changing like my whole way of using foundation. Like now I go for a lighter, more natural kind of coverage, and I do mix a lot of foundations together to get more of that lighter kind of look, especially like with the Glowish or some of these lighter, more liquidy foundations, so that way it doesn't look as dark. This one's pretty old, so I think I'm going to declutter it as well. This is the Flower Light Illusion. I would rebuy this again. I would have to go get a different color though, because this one's way too light for me. This is the Nude 13. I know it doesn't look like it on camera, but if you look at it in person, it's very pale. So, and it's also old, so I'm going to get rid of that one. And This one's pretty good. This one's pretty new. This is the She Glam Complexion. This is the other She Glam one. This one I am going to get rid of. This is the She Glam Hydrating one. I thought it was going to be the same shade, and I'm not. I noticed how much darker this one is than this. They're both sand, and I can use the matte one. It matches me well, but this one's just way too orange, so I'm going to get rid of it. It's just such a cheap foundation. I don't even feel like I'm going to try to make it work. This one is a Peachier MAC foundation that I use to blend in some of my other ones. This is the Pretty Fresh. So this one's pretty new as well. So is this one. This one just got sent to me. It's the Becca. The OS. Okay. I think we're doing really good. The Glowish, I got sent this by Huda Beauty. I love number 2, matches me exactly. And then I might keep one of these to blend in. So number 2, I'm going to keep. I'm going to put it on my lower drawer. And then one of these. So let's see. Where's my little palette? My little palette. So that's number 3. And this is number 4. So this is 3 and this is 4, as you can see there. So I think, yeah, because a lot of these help me blend in a lot of other foundations. Like if a foundation's too light or too dark, I blend these in and they really help me. Like this one helps with like neutral tones, and this one helps like with more yellow undertones. So I might just keep them both and then just blend them in. That way I just don't throw it away. So yeah, so I'm just going to pop them into my lower drawer and then really pop them and use them with other stuff. Okay, let's move it along. Let's move it along. Okay, here we have some sprays. I'm trying to see if I think I decluttered quite a few last time, so I think I'm good on the sprays. Yeah, I think I'm good. This cuticle oil needs to get out from here. This Pro Collagen oil can stay there. Okay. And these I'm going to remove from here because I was trying to do cut creases, but I just suck at them. I'm too old for it. So, well, I'm not too old for it, but I just feel like it doesn't look right on my eye. So it is what it is. I'm going to take these out from here and put them in my bathroom. This stings my eye like crazy, so I'll just use this for my face. And then this one for my eyes. And then let me pop these into there and just kind of, I'll probably reorganize and clean and then give you guys a quick little tour at the end. In here for mascaras, this telescopic is old, so I'm going to get rid of it. This one as well, this Kevyn Aucoin, I really liked it. It's like a really small brush and you can really get in and add volume. The only thing is that it's overpriced, but I'm going to get rid of these because they're old. And I haven't bought any mascara or anything like that, so at least this drawer, if you saw it at the beginning of this year, it was insane. I had like even stuff in the back, and as you can see there, thankfully it's coming down. It's coming down. And then is this the Fenty one? Yeah, let me see. I think, yeah, this Fenty one is pretty old as well. It's over 3 months. So we are going to get rid of that one as well. And then let me look at this Anastasia one. Let me put you guys down. I'm sorry. I'm a one-woman show, so I'm trying to do it all. But let's see with this Anastasia one. Yeah, it's kind of clumpy, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. So that way I can focus on some of the newer ones that I have in here. So yeah, so we're just going to focus on these and using up these that are in here. So really bringing it down. Then with eyebrow products, this one's super old, this ColourPop one from the get-go. I'm going to get rid of that. Another one that's pretty old is this Beauty Junkies. This is to clean up your edges of your brows and to highlight. It's pretty old as well. I'm gonna get rid of that. This, let me see, this, I have this Folklore one is really nice. I think the tip broke off if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna get rid of this one as well, just to make room to actually use some of my other ones. And then leave these brow gels over here. These Anastasia, dirt to clean. Yeah, okay. So not a lot on here, but at least a little something, something. And now let's bring it down. Ugh. And we're gonna go into palettes. I think palettes are one of my hardest things to do. This Persephone one, I really wanted to love it just because the packaging is so beautiful, by Ditto, and I really enjoy their quality, but sadly these were just not as great as their other palettes. So I'm going to declutter this one. Which is this one? I really need to be more savage when it comes to my palettes. I'm starting to realize that I don't really use a lot of them, and I've been trying to do better about it. The other day I used this Moon Dust one. This one is so old, but they're so good. But I really need to get rid of this just because of how old it is. So bye, Moon Dust. And then let's see, this Dominique Cosmetics one, I don't really gravitate to it, so we're gonna get rid of that one as well. This Baked Browns, it's a nice little quad, not quad. It has 5 shadows in here. It's not a quad. These are really nice and soft and blend great. I might use this for traveling to do with these. A lot of these Natasha Denona ones I really need to just start using. Let's see what else is in here. This Fenty one. I don't know if this Fenty one was good. I think this was pretty nice. I want to say it was really nice. Okay, we're going to leave that one. This is my Ride or Die. Aladdin. The Maquillage really surprised me at how good it was. This one was really nice as well. This just came in a BoxyCharm. I'm going to give it another go. This is House Laboratories. And this is just a really nice travel palette. Okay, Melissa, you're supposed to get rid of stuff. Okay, let's go to the next drawer to see if I can find stuff to get rid of. Okay, here we have some Zoeva. This quality in here is just, it's just okay quality. So I'm going to get rid of these 2 palettes. They're nice, but they're not like super spectacular. I'm not even going to swatch it because if I start swatching stuff, I'm like, no, give it another chance. And I just have too much. So I'm going to get rid of that. This Cow is really nice as well for traveling. So I don't know. Ugh, it's so hard to decide sometimes, but I think I might get rid of it. Okay, just do it. These Lorac unzipped palettes were my all-time favorites. These are super old, so it's time to let them go. But if you're looking for like a what's that called, a cool tone palette, this one is absolutely stunning. This is the original one, and then the gold one, this was life, dude. And these formulas are amazing, but whatever happened to Lorac? I feel like they did these and they were super popular in their other ones, and then they just fell kind of off the bandwagon. But yeah, this is I'm letting go of it. And I'm sorry this freaking video is gonna be forever long, but this Persona one is gorgeous. Now this Fenty one, I think this was just kind of like mediocre, if I'm not mistaken. I think this came in a boxy charm. Yeah. Yeah, I think this was just kind of like mediocre. The packaging is cute. I'm gonna give it one last shot, and if not, it's a goner. It's a goner. The Violet Voss ones are really, really nice quality. The Venus ones from Lime Crime as well. I really need to go back and organize a lot of these. These from Dominique Cosmetics I like. These are the Anastasia Beverly Hill ones that I've kept. The Subculture, I've been like, do I want to keep it? Do I want to get rid of it? Let's give it one last shot. This one as well from Dose of Colors. I really enjoyed it while it was, you know, when I first got it, but I feel like it kind of got a little bit of hard pan. I think I'm going to let go of it. I'm sorry, Desi and Katie. Yeah, I think it's time to let go. It's been quite a few years. Like, she literally had a baby in the whole 9 yards. So yeah, time to let go. It's too old. It's too old. It's time to focus on what you got. It's time to focus on the new stuff. Okay, so most of these are newer or I'm interested in. Just like this drawer is basically a lot of ColourPop. I feel like more of the stuff in here is newer. Yeah. And here are, if you're looking for a good indie brand, it's Belle Cosmetics. Ugh, they're like palettes. I have 3 of them. Superb. And then big palettes. I feel like I don't gravitate enough to big palettes, which totally sucks. This is Morphe times Manny. This is just an okay palette. I don't feel like I gravitate enough to it, so we're gonna declutter. And then we have Lunar, we have some Norvina. I can't find it in my heart to get rid of Tati. Some not BH Cosmetics, some Be Perfect that I really need to jump into. The Jaclyn Hill palettes. I just got the Orgy from my friend. The Prado's Beauty. I really need to give Prado Beauty another chance. I only used it once. It was nice. These iconic ones are really, really good quality. But I feel like, oh my God, it's just so hard when you have way too much. Okay, so we're going to keep those. The Ditto one, this one is really, really nice. I really loved the quality of this one. And I feel like the shades are very, like, they pop on your eye. Juvia's Place. I need to jump into those Juvia Place ones. This one's really nice by Ofra. I don't really care when palettes are a mixture of like face and eye. I don't know why. Then I either use them for the face or the eye, but it's rare for me to use them for both unless I'm traveling. Okay, let's go up in here. Okay, for lashes. Holy crap, I have a hot mess. Okay, I don't even know. Why do I have this? Why, Melissa? It's empty. Let's just take that out. Okay, some of these are pretty old, so I'm gonna have to get rid of some of these glues that are in here. I'm gonna be getting rid of some of these overly exaggerate lashes like this. This was from like a brand that sent me like these boxes, but some of these are just way too big for my eye. So yeah, we're just gonna get rid of them. I don't like kind of looking like I killed a bird and put it on my eyes. This one I think I could use, but some of these might be a little, yeah, this baddie one looks way too big. This Sugar Mama, yeah, this is way too big for my eyes. And I'm not saying that like in a mean way. It's just like me, because I have such small almond eyes. Like when I put it on, it'll go like above my eyebrow and just not look right. So yeah, so that's the only reason. These princess ones look a little bit more doable. Like we all have different features, so it just depends on what you're what you like for your face or to frame your face. Like these, this would look insane on my eyes. So we're gonna get rid of all of those. I'm gonna come back and clean out all these drawers and like really go to town for them. These right here are a little too much for my eyes. So even though these look beautiful, I know that these are gonna look like full-on caterpillars on my eyes, but I'll probably give them to someone who this will work with, who has like larger eyes. So we're decluttering those. Okay. And then let's see here. These are a lot of the ones that I buy because I know that like these light ones look really nice on my eye. These are the ones that I just got from Glamnetic. The Lily lashes that I absolutely love. These I'm going to get rid of because they hurt my eyes, and I've tried twice to use them and they just did not work out for me. This was the Allure times Nicole Guerrero. And then I think I will try these. Okay. I think I bought these to see if they accentuated my eye, because as you can see, it says that it opens and enhances for like almond and hooded eyes. So we shall see. Okay. So we're done with these drawers. I will come back and reorganize. Here we have bronzers. I'm just going to be honest and get rid of this Genza one. This is really nice, but at the end of the day, I don't really gravitate towards creams unless they're in stick form. Let me see. And it's really beautiful on. I just wish I used it more. You know what? I'm going to give it another go. I'm going to reorganize this bronzer drawer and maybe put it next to my blush drawer, because I feel like ever since I put it over here, I don't really use them as much. So that's what I'm going to do. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to keep all of these. So we're good here. More palettes down here. Huda, Tarte, I love, Nomad, Pure, Alamar. We're keeping all of those. These I spent way too much money to even get rid of. Here I do have, here in the Z palette, I am going to be getting rid of some stuff. Here, let's see. These are, I think these are all MAC, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry, I need my hand. These are all MAC. Yeah, these are all MAC. So we're gonna leave these babies. And here, I think I'm gonna get rid of almost everything in here. The majority of these in here are Makeup Geek, and they're old as hell, and she just went out of business. So if that's not a sign that you need to get rid of stuff, I don't know what is. So gonna get rid of it. And probably just leave the Z palette with the one or two that I have in there. And then down here, I think I might give these to my friend Jose. These are really, really nice, but I only have one face. And these are all by SheGlam. They sent me their whole collection. But dude, I just cannot keep up. That's one of the reasons that I haven't been accepting PR, is because then I feel like such a waste. Because it's like I use them, do a few looks for them, and then I haven't been able to play with them since then, which totally sucks. So yeah, so that's one of the reasons that I haven't been accepting PR or doing videos on collections, because I literally feel like it's such a waste. So I'm gonna get rid of these SheGlam ones. I might keep one, like maybe one that I like the most, but I'm gonna go through them and see which one I like the most. This is the Picante by Clarity. This one is absolutely stunning, so I'm going to keep that one. And these Ace Beauté ones, ooh, they're so much fun. So we are going to keep these. Yeah, oh my god, these just are so freaking beautiful. Also, which one is this one? This is the Beauty Creation Seduce Me. These are just so pigmented and gorgeous. What is this? Oh, the Ciate London. See, I discover stuff that I don't even realize that I have, and that's a problem. That's definitely a problem. These Hip Dot ones are also really great, so I'm just going to keep those. I'm going to reorganize and then show you guys the final product. Gonna add this somewhere in between. I decided to keep them Urban Decay Moon Dust. These shadows are just too beautiful. I really enjoyed the formula. Once I looked up when it came out, I feel like it didn't come out way too long ago. I think it came out in 2016, and the formula is still really great. So I'm gonna start using this, incorporating it into looks. I have used it once or twice in the last year, and I really like the way it looked. So out of everything that I decluttered, this was the only thing that I saved. So I want to let you guys know because you'll probably see this in my flat lays on Instagram. Before I show you guys kind of how I reorganize my drawers, I wanted to show you guys other stuff that I decluttered. I went ahead and decluttered this crown palette. It's very beautiful, but I don't use it enough and it's pretty old, so I got rid of that as well. This is pretty matte and I don't really like the way it looks on my skin, so I went ahead and decluttered this as well. This is the Kenia Ontiveros Beauty. I also got rid of these Lovecraft Beauty ones. This is a blush and a bronzer one, not because anything's wrong with them. I just have way too much, so I'm gonna go ahead and declutter. Some of these are just old, like this Too Faced one. This one as well, super old. This Wet n Wild. This one, the shade just doesn't look right on me. This is like a very pinky, way too shimmery by Becca, so I'm gonna declutter. Makeup Geek, I went ahead and just decluttered all of her stuff because she's going out of business. And this, I love the packaging, but the shade itself, I have to like really dig in there and just try to use as much as possible to get any kind of payoff, because as you can see, there's just way too much of a pale color. So even though the packaging's cute, I'm gonna declutter. This Kaja one I really loved, but it's dried out. It's a kind of cream blush that you stamp on. This one as well is a cream one by Dalton, and it dried out as well. This is way too thick. I think it's just because over time it just sat in my drawer, and that's the problem with having a big collection, is that stuff will just sit there. And then some of the stuff is just stuff that I haven't been using or old, like some of this Wet n Wild stuff. This Revolution one is really gorgeous, but I don't use it enough. Look at how gorgeous these highlights are, but these are like bam, in your face. Like when people used to love like over the top highlights, this one's like really good for that. But to be honest, I don't really do that anymore. I don't know, I kind of want to keep it, but I don't, you know what, I might keep this one. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this one. But this one I'm gonna get rid of. This is by Focalure, same thing. This is like when you want those beaming highlights. This is like bam in your face, and this is super affordable. This is the Focalure, what is this called, the Superstar Highlighter Palette. But yeah, I need to move it on. This Galactic one, I hardly gave it enough love, and it's a cream product, so creams go bad faster. They attract bacteria growth faster, so I'm going to get rid of it. And then these are some lashes that are a little too big for me. I think these were from Shein or Amazon, I don't remember, but they're way too long. And then these as well were from Amazon, but I feel like I need to use some of my higher end ones, and so I'm just gonna give these away. And I think that was it. And then this one, I am deciding whether I'm going to keep it or not. This is the Becca and Jaclyn Hill. This is just old, and I've had it way too many years. When I see the expiration date on stuff like this, it expires in 24 months. That's when I'm like, oh God, why do you still have this? You know what I mean? Like, why are you still putting this on your face? So yeah, very gorgeous, but I think it's time to say goodbye. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think it's time to say goodbye to you as well. So all of this is part of the stuff that I'm going to say goodbye to. You'll probably see it all together in my thumbnail. And then, oh, let me get up. And then the rest is here. These are all the Makeup Geek eyeshadows that I took out of that palette. All this is the stuff that you guys saw me declutter with you guys. Oh, and then I took out a few lip products. These are just like tiny little lip pencils that are pretty old. Like this Buxom one, I used the crap out of it. So I'm gonna get rid of those. These are some of the Winky Lux ones that I've used. And then these are just Buxom ones that I love, but they've just gotten old and it's time to let them go as well. So yeah, I think I did really, really good this time around. And I'm really doing good as well as doing a no-buy and downsizing and really starting to focus on what I enjoy and really using up and just really enjoying makeup instead of just focusing on what's new. Anyways, let's go ahead and do a little overview. It's not fully organized, but lip products. This is what my primer drawer looks like now. I feel like it looks a little bit better. This drawer, as you can see, quite a bit of downsizing. These MAC pigments, I really should be getting rid of them, but I'm gonna test some of them out. And if they don't perform as good as they used to, I'm gonna get rid of all of these as well. Cause those is when MAC used to, like, people used to sell little MAC pigment jars. So I should, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of all of these. This is all gonna go because this is expired. This is freaking old. I don't know why I keep holding on to stuff. So yeah, these all are gonna go. I'm gonna say goodbye to you. You need to stop, Melissa. Stop holding on and hoarding stuff. Okay, so that's what this drawer looks like now. This is these are just flakes for like nails or like fun makeup looks. So this is what this drawer looks like. Oh my god. I could probably move some of the stuff in here up to that new drawer now. So these are like, these glitters are mostly for my nails. So I should really reorganize this drawer, but we'll do that later on. Then this drawer is now my bronzers and then a few cream blushes. So that way I'll use them more because in my other drawers I wasn't using them. And then more blushes and palettes here. And then highlight drawer. Feel like I'm downsizing. I know it seems like a lot to some people, but powders, concealers is starting to look better. Foundations, I really need to start using some and deciding which ones need to go and which ones aren't like matching me or really need to hit the road jack. As you guys saw, mascara is doing way better, as well as like brow stuff and sprays. And then I reorganized lashes. As you can see, this drawer is looking way better. And then here I have more condensed the lashes. And then I brought up my palettes, like my Pat McGrath and Natasha Denona ones. And then these right here. So these last two drawers ended up being empty now that I've taken out all those palettes. And then these here, I was able to rearrange a little bit and bring some of the ones that were over there here, like my Huda Beauty ones, to give some love into. I'll probably still rearrange because that's the kind of person I am, is that I'll keep trying to reorganize stuff. And yeah, so overall, I'm proud of myself for getting rid of all of this and realizing that, yeah, it's time to let go of some of the old, focus on the new. Let me know how you guys are doing with your declutter, low buy, no buy, panning. How's it going this year? Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. Sorry this was so long. Toodles!